What's up everyone, my name is Marie, welcome to my channel and welcome to another speed build. So for today's video I am building a modern home in the world of Oasis Springs. This house is very contemporary and also a little bit mid-century modern, which I don't know, for some reason that usually happens whenever I want to build something contemporary. It always ends up being a little bit on the mid-century modern side of things as well, probably because those styles go together very nicely in my opinion, and also because we actually do have a lot of mid-century modern items in the game. So yeah, if you're building something modern, gravitating towards mid-century modern kind of comes naturally to me, at least. So that's what happened for this house as well. But yeah, I was really set on building something very boxy and modern, and yeah, it's just a whole bunch of squares. I didn't use any roofing. I used platforms for the roof, and I think it looks really cool. It is very simple looking, as you can see probably, but yeah, I really like the look of it. Ever since we got the platforms, I think building modern homes and just more contemporary homes is a lot easier because the roofs otherwise were just a little bit too flat and too boring looking, but now you can make them look a little bit more interesting because we have the platform tool. And yeah, I think that it looks really cool. And yeah, I'm really happy with the way that this house turned out. I did have a reference picture that I found on Pinterest, I believe. I used that for the facade of the house. But yeah, the little details with the beams and stuff, I came up with that myself. But yeah, for the main like shape of the house with like the balcony in front and just the points, just the little areas that are like little bump outs and stuff. I don't know. I just got inspiration from a picture that I found on Pinterest for that. But yeah, I looked at the picture and then made it my own a little bit more. And the floor plan, I didn't look at the floor plan or anything. I came up with that myself as well. And yeah, I think that it turned out really nicely. For the longest time, I wasn't sure what I was going to do with this house, like what kind of family I was going to furnish it for. It ends up having, well, actually only one bedroom and 2 bathrooms, I believe. Yeah, the master bedroom has an ensuite, if I'm not mistaken. I don't actually quite remember. No, okay, I am mistaken. So the master bedroom, I'm sorry, this voiceover is a little bit of a mess, but it's fine. It's my first voiceover since Christmas, so I actually took a little break. So yeah, I have to kind of get back into the swing of things. I hope that's okay with you guys. But yeah, I was talking about the floor plan. So the master bedroom does not have an ensuite. There is a shared whole bathroom upstairs, and then there is a second bedroom that I actually turned into an art gallery because I furnished this house for an artist. But if you want to use this for a family home or as a family home, you can easily go ahead and do so because you can turn the art gallery upstairs into a kid's bedroom or even a shared kid's bedroom if you wanted to. So this house could be perfect for a family of up to 4 Sims if you wanted it to. So yeah, that should work out perfectly fine. But yeah, I just decided to not furnish it for a family for a change because I have been building a couple of family homes in a row, which I don't mind. I think that is really fun. I love building family homes, but yeah, for some reason for this one, I just wanted to do something a little bit different. So I decided to furnish it for an artist, and I think I was kind of imagining the artist to be living alone, but it could also be a couple living here. But yeah, for some reason I was just thinking an artist that is doing very well on their own, obviously, because they have the money to pay for this house. It's not the biggest house, but it is kind of luxurious. It is a family home if you wanted it to be. So it's decently sized, and you definitely don't need all this space if you're just by yourself. But yeah, this artist is probably doing pretty well. I was thinking that they're a painter, and maybe they're also doing like some digital sketches and stuff. Maybe they're in that freelance career. I forget what it's called exactly, that career, but you can be in that, you can enroll in that freelance career where you have like the sketch pad and stuff, and you sell like sketches and artwork, like digital artwork, if that makes any sense. So I was thinking that this artist is doing that as well as just quote unquote regular paintings. And maybe they also do a bit of writing. I don't know. I was just thinking that they're creative overall, and that's how they make their money, and they're actually very successful. Because, I don't know, I like that storyline. So yeah, that's what I furnished the house for. And you can see that the color scheme of the house is very, very simple. I made it white, and that's it. Which is crazy because I never really use one single wallpaper for the entire outside of a house. But for this one, I was kind of feeling it. I wanted it to be simple, mainly also because it's very modern and contemporary. So I wanted it to be very black and white. So that's what I tried to do, and it ends up being mainly white, but it has some black details. For example, as you can see, the frames of the windows are black. Then the fencing around the balconies is black as well, and there is a couple of black pillars going on. Black columns, and the tiles for the driveway and the balconies, and also the back porch or the terrace area are black. I did change them. I'm using that sort of, I don't know what it is, like a gravel or something right now, but I will be changing it out for a normal, well, not normal, but just a regular stone flooring, which I think looks a little bit better. And yeah, I swapped it. You can see that I swapped it out right now. And yeah, the landscaping is actually also very simple. I used one of those grass patches that comes in the debug menu. I think it's just a base game item. Because, I don't know, the house is very angular, very boxy, which I wanted it to be, but I also wanted something to break it up a little bit. So I liked this little grass patch because it has that rounding to it, if that makes any sense. And I think that it looks really nice. Just a subtle little detail, which I think makes a lot of difference, or makes a big difference. Oh my gosh, I can't speak, I'm so sorry. But yeah, the outside of the house is basically done. It is very simple. I will do the backyard later. I was not sure what I wanted to do with the whole like fencing situation and stuff. So yeah, I just did that a little bit later. I did the furniture of the house first, and basically when you walk into the house, it's just a very open floor plan. You walk into this entryway. I decided to place a couple of like cabinets underneath the stairs for extra like storage, and yeah, since the staircase is so open, I figured I should do something with the space. So I figured I could just place a couple of cabinets underneath the stairs to fill up the space and to make it look a little bit more realistic. And then there is a larger cabinet right here, which I thought would be perfect for like to hang up coats and stuff, even though this house is built in the desert. So I don't know when you would ever need a coat, but maybe a raincoat from time to time. I don't really know. Sometimes it gets cold in Oasis Springs, right? I never really play the game. Or, well, I do play the game, but I never play the game in Oasis Springs. I never really live here because I don't actually really like this world. I like certain lots. For example, this one that I'm building on right now, I like it because it's on grass. It's a grass lot instead of a sandy lot. And I do like the sandy lots from time to time, but I don't know. I just get bored very easily with them. I don't know why. I don't know why that is, but yeah, that just happens. But yeah, I like this lot because it's a grass lot, if that's how you say it. And you can do a little bit more with the landscaping without it looking too unrealistic, because in the sand, you're probably not going to have heaps of plants and greenery growing, but in the grass, I don't know, it makes a little bit more sense in my opinion. And also what I don't like about Oasis Springs is the yellow lighting. However, I do also have a reshade installed, so probably that maybe has something to do with it as well. But yeah, everything is always so yellow looking. Like the outside of the house is supposed to be bright white, but it looks a little bit more yellowy right now, which is fine. I mean, it's all right, but yeah, that's just how it is in Oasis Springs, and that bothers me sometimes. But yeah, sometimes it's just a nice change of pace to sit down and build something in Oasis Springs, because I never really do. But yeah, the color scheme on the inside of the house is very neutral. I use a lot of lighter wood tones combined with black, white, and gray, as you can see. And I used the little like pinky looking counters. I think those counters are from Perfect Patio. I think they're supposed to be like outside counters, but I like them for this house because they're so modern and different looking, and I like the warm like beigey powdery pink that they come in. I don't know, I never really use these counters, but I thought they looked pretty, so for this house I figured, why not? I should just use them for a change. And then since these cabinets or those counters don't come with matching cabinets, I just combined them with the cabinets from, are they from Cool Kitchen? I'm pretty sure they're from Cool Kitchen, because they're just basic and white, and it kind of matches in a way. So that's what I decided to go ahead and do. And yeah, I don't know, I really like the way that this kitchen came together. When I started furnishing this house, I didn't want it to be too cluttered because it is a very modern house, and I was thinking that the sim that lives here, they like it clean and they don't like too much clutter. Even though they are an artist, you can definitely tell like it's kind of a funny situation because their art studio is very cluttered and very messy. Like there's painting appliances and stuff everywhere, and it's just very messy and very cluttered. And then I kind of wanted the rest of the house to be very neat and clean because, I don't know, I just like that contrast. Even though it doesn't make all the sense in the world, I just kind of liked it. Like they're an artist and they don't mind their office or their studio being messy, but when it comes to interior style or interior design, they like things to be very contemporary, very modern, very sleek and neat and stuff. So that's kind of the kind of person that I was going for. But yeah, still the kitchen, I wanted it to be very lived in, and I was just kind of getting a little bit carried away with all the clutter. I enjoyed placing it so much that I just figured, you know what? I don't really care. I can just clutter up the kitchen a little bit more just for the realism, you know. So that's what I decided to go ahead and do. And I really, really enjoy the way that this living room came out. I combined two of the Moschino stuff couches together with the Moschino stuff chair kind of in the middle to make it look like a sectional. I saw Miss Griffey do this on YouTube in one of her videos, and I totally forgot about that trick and how well those couches make a sectional if you combine them together with that chair in the middle. I've done it before, but it's been a very long time, so I kind of forgot about that, and I never really used the Moschino stuffed couches at all because they're just a little bit too contemporary, too modern for my liking, for my style. But yeah, since I am actually building a more contemporary home right now, the couches were perfect. So I decided to go ahead and use them again and create that little sectional that I did, and I think that it looks really, really nice. And yeah, the couches are just black, very basic, and then I created a little makeshift entertainment unit with a bookcase that's also from Moschino stuff, and then two of the end tables, I think those are from Laundry Day, and I turned them around so that they look like a solid wooden, I don't know what it's supposed to be, but just a solid wooden end table or entertainment unit, if you will. So yeah, that's what I decided to go ahead and do, and I think that it looks really nice. And I have a lot of lighter wood tones going on right here, but I was really enjoying it. Like, the walls are gray and there's a couple of black accents as well, and the couch is black. So you know what, I was just thinking, you know what, I can just go crazy with the lighter wood tones and the beiges for right now in the living room because, I don't know, I just really like the way it looked. It looks very soft, and I don't know, I just like the color scheme in here. It's very neutral, but that's what I enjoy. So yeah, that's what I decided to go ahead and do for this house as well. And then in this little open space, I mean the whole floor plan is open, but that little entryway area, I decided to actually turn that into the dining room or the dining area. So I just moved the chair that I had placed next to the front door and the light or the the lamp, the floor lamp that I have placed next to the front door, I just decided to place those in the living room area so that I had a little bit more space for a larger dining table, and I could actually fit 6 chairs around that table. I just like the way it looked. It makes it look a little bit more luxurious, and this sim probably likes having friends over, likes having like family and friends over for dinner. Maybe they also really like to cook. So yeah, I definitely wanted a larger dining room table with 6 chairs around it. So yeah, I made that work, and I think it looks really nice. And then downstairs right here, there is a half bathroom as well. So that is the guest's bedroom, or not a bedroom, a bathroom. For some reason, I always confuse those words, bedroom and bathroom. I don't know what that is. It's really annoying. But yeah, there's a half bathroom downstairs, and then there's a full bathroom upstairs. So there is 1 full bathroom in this house, which if you were to turn the art studio into maybe even a shared kids bedroom, that means that you only have 1 full bathroom in the house, which can be a little bit tricky for 4 Sims, but I mean, it is possible, and you should be fine if you have only 3 Sims living in the house, then no problem at all. But yeah, I just quickly wanted to mention that. But yeah, I was about to say something, but I completely lost my train of thought. So I don't really know. But you can see that I have moved on to the master bedroom. I really like the very large like window situation that I have going on here. From the outside, it's a little bump out, almost like a little sunroom, but very small. So yeah, I really like the big windows in here. I think it looks really pretty and very airy. There's a lot of natural lighting coming into this room. Actually coming into the whole house, because the whole house has large windows everywhere. And I just figured that that would make sense for an artist because, well, they're an artist and they like to paint, and yeah, they probably really like natural lighting everywhere. So I made sure to have as many large windows as possible in the house. And I'm also like that in real life, actually. I love natural lighting. I want as much natural light in my house as possible. So yeah, that's what I tend to do for my Sims as well. And then right off of the master bedroom right there, there is a little balcony area as well. So this master bedroom is actually really nice and luxurious. It's very spacious. And I placed a walk-in closet and an additional dresser and just some clothes hanging. I don't know, this Sim is probably also very much into fashion. I also placed a couple of cameras. Wow, I completely lost the word. I placed a couple of cameras around the house because this Sim is probably also very much into photography is what I was thinking. So yeah, I decided to go ahead and place a couple of cameras around. And then in the master bedroom, I actually also placed a fireplace, which I know doesn't make any sense because the house literally has no chimney anywhere. But I kind of figured that this was a fake fireplace. And also in The Sims, it doesn't really matter. You can place fireplaces without chimneys wherever you want and they'll still be functional. But I know that it bothers some of you guys, and I can completely understand it if it's too unrealistic. And in the bedroom, it's definitely very unrealistic. But I was thinking that it's a fake fireplace, and the fire coming out of it when you turn it on is also fake fire, if that makes any sense. So that is kind of, I don't know, that's just kind of what I was imagining. I don't know exactly how that would work, but I like the luxurious and modern look of that fireplace in the bedroom. So that's what I decided to go ahead and do anyway. And yeah, if it doesn't bother you at all, then there is a fireplace in the bedroom. If it does bother you, you can either delete it, or you can just imagine that it's a fake fireplace like I just explained. But yeah, this is the second bedroom that I was talking about that I actually turned into an arts studio, and I think it looks really cool. I placed a couple of easels around. Maybe they use different easels for different paintings or different sizes for paintings. I don't really know, but I needed to fill up the space. And since they're a professional painter, I figured they would probably have 2 easels. Like, that is not too unrealistic. And I placed a couple of bookcases around. I was just kind of thinking that the little boxes and things that you can see in this bookcase, they're probably like appliances in there, and there's probably like a whole heap of books about painting and art history and stuff like that. Just items that they need, that they use for their career. So yeah, I like the open shelving in this house, even though it is maybe a little bit too open for the modern aesthetic of the house, but that is why I placed it only in the art studio, because I thought it makes sense and it was a nice change of pace, yeah, for the interior style of this house. And this is the little balcony that I almost forgot to furnish, and then there is also a larger balcony in the front of the house that I also almost forgot to furnish. But in the end, I didn't forget to furnish it, and I just placed a couple of nice furniture items and places to sit on the balcony areas. And here you can see that I have moved on to the backyard. I didn't record me furnishing the upstairs bathroom because it was not too interesting, so I just didn't record it. But it's just a very simple full bathroom with a shower and no tub though, only a shower. Because I thought it looked prettier, but yeah, it's nothing too interesting. But you can see that this is the backyard. I gave them a very nice and large swimming pool. Whenever I build in Oasis Springs, I always give my Sims a swimming pool because, I mean, it's the middle of the desert. It's going to be hot here year round, and your Sims need a pool to be able to cool off. My Sim actually nearly died when I tried to playtest this house because, of course, there was a heat wave going on and I wasn't paying attention to that at all. So my Sim was just standing outside for a while. And I was playtesting like the backyard and stuff, seeing if they could walk around the table, which works perfectly fine, by the way. But yeah, my Sim was pretty much almost dying from overheating, which is crazy. And I don't know, I just kind of figured that it's probably like that in Oasis Springs year round. So I want to be a nice person and give my homes in Oasis Springs a nice spacious swimming pool because, yeah, it's not even a luxury anymore at this point when you're living in this world or when your Sims are living in this world. It's basically a necessity. So yeah, it's what I decided to go ahead and do. And I really like the way it looks. The backyard is nothing too fancy, nothing too special. It's just very simple. But it does have a nice grill and a couple of lounge chairs, a nice dining area, and also an outside bin. So you're fine there as well. And I also placed a couple of planter boxes to just have a little extra skill building item for your Sims to enjoy. And I also placed a little seating area in the backyard as well, which I thought would be really nice to just hang out at night when it's a little bit cooler outside. And then there is a small balcony in the front that I just quickly decorated, nothing too special. But then that is actually already it for this house. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. You can definitely go ahead and download this house off the gallery if you want to. My username on the gallery is Simmarysims. You can also follow me on Twitter and on Instagram if you'd like. My username on there is Simmarysims as well. So I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next build.